500.
Yes, Arnold. What are you talking about? I get that.
I was just trying to say, and explain it one more time so I can get it. I didn't need the full understanding. Give it to me
Okay,
Arnold,
one
you
you
more
need your
not
time.
phone right fast.
Arnold, you
Go
not
to the
full
bar so
figure,
I
so
can
you
give
not
you the
Oh, I'm
full
not
exact.
figure.
going out there. I wouldn't go out there if I wasn't. But it's for full figured folks, correct?
Right, it's for full figure big body pitters.
So you just trying to
Let me
give
read
big
it.
people. You just trying to give big people some money. Is that what you're trying to
Y-
do?
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
I'm trying to not just give big people some money. I think that a lot of times we have this idea of what sexy is, and for the ballroom community, sex siren doesn't really necessarily a lot of times cater to the big figure people. But we do have some people that's into that, and we sing like big girl sex siren, big boy sex siren. So it's really just a let's say a junior, somebody that walk junior sex siren partner with somebody that walk big girl sex siren, or partner with somebody that walk big boy sex siren, something like that. That's what it would be.
Cause you know somebody that's full figure to me and be out there winning and stuff like that. Shayla Stacks.
Mm, yeah, I could see that, but I think she could walk from Queen Sex
See,
Siren.
Yeah,
exactly.
she's not big.
Yeah, I don't think
Shayla
she's that big.
Stacks.
I would
Are you
say I
talking
thought you
about
were going to say like,
Shayla Balenciaga?
Yes, that's what you're talking about. Sheila,
Yes.
but
Shayla,
she
that's not
big.
Shayla Stacks.
oh yeah, you talking about
You talking about
Shayla
Shayla that walk
Balenciaga.
realness.
Why it doesn't say
Balenciaga? Yeah.
Shayla Stacks on my
Yeah, no,
damn thing?
okay, yeah, she
Oh,
is
it says
thicker on the
yeah. My
bigger
fault.
side.
My fault.
Yeah,
It says take the facts on
We
her
just
name in the facts too.
yeah.
her name Shayla Stacks too.
So just go ahead, Arnold. I will give you a 10% commission. Just hook me and Ava up. Let's go do our thing. We'll get our concept together. We'll
You and
reach out.
Ava.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that would be fast.
Right, brother, we love you dearly, but Ava's gonna sit that one
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I'm about to say if she be on that
Oh
runway, bitch, like get the
Why,
fuck.
wow.
Rodney? You against the big girls? Like
Wow.
you against her walking with somebody big or something? Like what's going on? I mean,
Wow.
Arnold, not Rodney. Arnold,
Arnold,
what you against the?
Arnold, I
Huh?
cannot believe that the Saint Laurents are body shaming. Y'all won't let y'all overall mother get with
I did not
a
body
big.
shame anybody. I think Ava is not gonna be available to come in June.
How you know
Oh,
that?
okay.
She got some pre stuff already
So look,
together.
Dion, I'm gonna do this at the next ball, right? When I'm judging after the ball comes and she's there, I'm gonna say, well, Ava, honestly, you didn't see me, so I don't see you either. Rodney, who's your vote?
Well, look, Rodney, you've already done it. You've already done it.
No.
So
Oh,
you
Ah,
you've already
so
done
ooh,
that's
it,
what the
Rodney.
shade is.
So
That's what you were saying. She's not available for Rodney because he's already picked over
baby,
her. Let's get down to
you
the
ate
nitty
that.
gritty.
You ate that, Arnold. You ate that.
Now it
But let
makes
me read the
sense.
category for you though, Arnold. Since you asked about it, it says grant. It's a mini grant. It says the dom and the sub, 2,500 tag team sex siren tonight. Body positivity is to be celebrated. In the dom and sub complementing effect, one traditional sex siren and one big figure must be heavy set. So yeah, one
shit, that
traditional sex siren and
ain't
one
nothing
bigger
wrong with
person.
that category. That category is nice. I see it. I see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
I see
cute.
where I
It
see where
is
I don't
cute.
I see where I don't fit in then because I'm
J
not
Rod, you
heavy
want to be
set.
you want J Rod, you want Ava to come and talk and deal with you.
I mean, I'm not heavy set and I don't sit heavy, but I mean, I meet the
Oh,
weight requirements.
I thought they said the weight require you fit the weight requirements.
So no, I
I fit the
changed the
weight.
weight requirements because I wanted to be heavy set people and not just somebody that's
Oh,
in that
He
rate. So
changed it,
initially
but
it said 222, but now it says heavy set. So you got to
see,
be a
he
heavy
changed
set
it
big
because
big
of
body
he
person.
changed it. He changed it because of people like me. When you see me, you don't see 207, 210. You feel what I'm saying? I don't look like that. So you need to fit the full picture.
your stomach take up a large portion of that though.
And you ain't seen no stomach. You ain't you ain't seen no stomach.
Yeah.
Right, you
I
ain't
had a lot
seen
of
no
Stupid.
stomach.
I had drunk a lot of water that day.
Okay.
uh, but the grand prize of that night is the 5K OTA soft and come performance and no legends. And the panel for that is going to be super nice. I'm bringing out some of the glove girls, not the full glove girls, but a couple of them will be on the panel because we want that to be judged by people who understand what soft and cunt performance is and what it looks like. So that's going to be its own specific panel for that category. So And it's not gonna be like how Africa be doing, bringing them straight women and shit, putting them on the panel. It's gonna be people who understand what they judging, what they what they know, what they looking for. So
Are you gonna
Right.
bring the last glove out?
who's the last glove?
She
J
just
Lo.
won at the she just won at the St. Laurent ball.
Who was that? Ricky.
Mm-mm.
No, Ricky didn't walk.
I don't know who won. I'm trying to think of who's still out that's walking. That's a glove girl.
Tutu.
But
No,
they had to bring it like a
No,
glove, and the winner was supposed to be incorporated into the House of Gloves because
incorporated
they.
as a glove. Right.
and so
Mhm.
Okay.
Tutu. I tried to get into
Yeah.
the House of Glove, but chaos sat me. So
Oh, so the winners of that Saint Laurent ball is now supposed to be a glove girl. So Tutu is now a glove girl.
yes,
Well, I say
Tutu is
stay
the
tuned.
last glove.
Maybe one of those maybe one of those judges, but some of the original glove girls will be on the panel though.
Hmm.
What's a glove girl? It was like a specific group of people that were like the it girls for Vogue film back in the day. So like Malachi, Arturo, Prince, J Lo, Jamil. Damn, I can't think of who else that would have been in there.
J Lo wasn't in there.
J Lo wasn't a glove girl.
No. Turn around.
Ricky,
Ricky,
Malachi, Ricky, Arturo.
Arturo.
Was
Uh,
Jamil a glove girl? Prince.
I don't think Jamil was there. Prince. It was one or two others. Yeah.
Ray
And then
Ray.
there was Ray
And the
Ray.
other
Ray
one
Ray
was
was
the
one of the
Harlem
gloves.
Nights.
Yeah. No, Ray Ray was a Harlem Nights. Yeah. Ray was a Harlem Nights.
Who was that? I hate when Trey die. Who was that? They know what they talking about, baby. No, I hate when Trey die. That's crazy. Yo, Big O be taking me out. But yeah, so if y'all looking for the ball, you can go on Facebook and type in 40 Shades of Choke, and the event page will pop up. So I know it's the day after latex.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to jump up here. What's up?
I don't wear. All right.
Y'all ain't ready to see it.
All right, icons. I love y'all.
All
I
right,
thank y'all for
Dion.
allowing me to
I'm
come up
certainly
here
thinking
and
about coming.
promote the
Yeah.
ball. Ronnie,
We'll talk.
Arnold, you really should come.
I
I really
know.
would
We're
love
gonna
to see you
we're gonna
support my
talk for
ball.
sure.
Because I wasn't coming to the St. Laurent ball. I only came because of you.
Thanks. Thanks, bro.
Okay, tell her the
Okay, Dion.
Uh,
Well, I didn't get the invite to
and
it.
her and Rodney come to all my balls. He supports so good. I love Rodney.
He
Thank you,
does
Rodney.
not. He does
Yes, he
not come
had.
to
Rodney
everything
has
you
been to
have
every
on
single ball I have
Dion.
gone. Like he really has.
Dion. I don't hate when people give me kudos.
I'm so
He hates
sick of her with this. I'm sick of her with this.
But I had
Uh,
to first when y'all was inviting me. I'm ready.
But thank you, Dion.
what is that?
Definitely,
What you on?
coming here.
Oh, I don't
Can
want to be on
somebody
camera.
send me a card or a shield before we get out of here? You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
see if I got a
Yes,
little piece of
please
shit.
send
Well, I don't got none of that.
J Rock a shield or
So are
a
y'all
luxury
hosts on
car.
here? Just J
No,
Rock?
I'm the only
No,
host.
just J Rock. Just J Rock.
Okay, let me see J Rock. I think I got it's trying to make me spend money to send stuff. Let me
It's
see how that works.
434 people in the room right now. You can just, reach way down into your bags and to your Beagle wallets and, just be a blessing
What's the score looking
unto.
like?
Yeah, send my boy some money, man. What the fuck?
Be a blessing to J Rock. Please, please.
Let me see.
J
I'm
Rock, ain't
just
it
a
an easier
struggle.
way to pay for the stuff?
Thank
Like somebody told
you.
me to go to like some website and you could get it cheaper or
Oh, I
something.
think, no, I think you get more people.
You said you think you do what?
I can't see that girl.
They saying that if you do it online, like if you go on the computer to Bigo, they be having like these deals. You get like more beans when you do it online for some reason. I don't know. Thank you, Mr. Postal. Thank you,
Well,
Tyson.
I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to talk to your agency owner because this is something that you should know.
Well, go talk to Kelly.
I am. I'm going to talk to Kelly and tell her why she's not,
If Kelly was
keeping you.
here, if Kelly was here, I would have 5,000 by now because she get to
Well,
cussing
that's what I'm
everybody out.
saying, Kelly. Well, you need to make sure Kelly's over here. Then
Mhm.
that's your agency owner. I'm confused as to what we're doing
She
here.
no, she be cussing everybody out. Oh no, ain't nobody doing nothing until you come over here and give motherfucking. I'll be like, oh, I just want
Do y'all
y'all to
be
reach
having
down
do y'all be having
and be
meetings,
up,
Kara?
huh?
Yeah, to whoop some
Do y'all have
ass.
agency meetings?
Not really. Kelly, she'll
Oh,
send out what she need. She'll send out what she need for us to do every month.
oh, okay. She send out messages and stuff.
Yeah, and she signed us up for the different things. Like I've never had to sign up for the rebates because Kelly automatically put me in them and tell me when to be online. Hey,
Oh, okay.
Ashanti. But yeah, maybe I can get to 2,000 a night. You know what I'm saying? 3,000 would be great. I'm just a struggling veteran. If y'all have not heard, and yes, I'm using this to my advantage, they're trying to take away all veteran benefits, even if you already have. Trump is out here trying to take away retirement pensions. How do you do that?
Yeah,
He
that's a
thinks
fool.
that we shouldn't get disability. He thinks that he should. So now, yeah, yeah. J Rock, will Babylon be open? Yeah, Babylon open every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Who
They
asking
will be
about
having
Babylon? Tyson.
Tyson.
Hit
Tyson,
me up, Tyson.
And
because
yes,
Rodney will be at the back door of Babylon,
I'll be at the back door of the back door.
of the
Okay.
back door.
there will be a pool party. It's not as big. What people got to understand about Dallas is here lately, we Dallas took
Follow
a
me,
big hit.
Tyson. Follow me.
Dallas took a big hit. Everybody been asking us what's been going on. Ever since Kurt Myers passed away, we have been doing a lot of readjustment for that weekend because that was his baby. And, it was a real big thing. It had got really massive, you know what I'm saying? But in the adjustment process, we also have been hit with Trump. A lot of monies have been taken away and things of that nature. So we're going back to like the old. What I
J-Rock, are you
say?
talking?
You say what?
You had went out for a minute. I don't know if you were still talking or not. You just stopped. It
No,
was
I
just
had
nothing.
no, I had stopped because I had to open the door for somebody. Hold on. Wait. You got it. Yeah. You have a great night, sir. Yeah. But no, we have to go back to like kind of like the older days of Juneteenth. We still have a big, huge. It's like a beach club. Like it's a club with like with different. I said with bitches. What the fuck? Uh, it's a big, huge club with like gazebos and different size pools and all this kind of stuff. So it's still a fab event and a fab experience and everything. Yes, the clubs are still going to be open. Yes, it's going to still be a lot going on that weekend. Also with the balls and with if you're in the Kiki scene that Saturday night, the House of Nike will be having their first annual. I mean, not their first annual. They will be having their first house ball, the House of Nike, that Saturday. That Friday, Beats on the Bridge. We also have that's the Pride Block Party that's going to be going on all day um, for Dallas Pride Black Party at the Dallas Museum of Arts. A lot of people are going to be on Beats on the Bridge. A few select people will probably be at the DMAs. Um, and then, of course, we really 40 Shades of Choke is like the highlight of the weekend for our community. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, we kind of gained something back. A lot of focus is going back on the ball, like it used to be when we had first started, versus all the party stuff that go on the weekend and such a massive event. So just follow my page and stuff, and I'll be posting. They're already starting to post all the events and stuff that's going on for Dallas Southern Pride. So just follow my page. I've been posting all those flyers. So it's still gonna be a very, very, very festive weekend.
What's up, Sincere?
Also follow my page. If you want to donate to Abounding Prosperity, you can always donate to Abounding Prosperity. I don't care if it's $1, $5, 500, 5,000. If you find it in your heart to donate to Abounding Prosperity in Dallas, Texas, they're taking donations, and I'm about to start putting up the link where you can make your donations to a For Us by Us. You know what I'm saying, health and resources to the LGBTQIA community for Black, LGBTQIA, and Black women. They're serving the community right in the heart of South Dallas, and they're definitely accepting donations. And the reason why I'm supposed to make that one of my priorities with getting them donations is because I I volunteer, and I used to work for them, but now I volunteer at this place called Resource Center where UBE is. And I know y'all hear me say a lot about UBE, United Black Element, UBE. Well, I caught something. They always do these parties for their sponsors, right?
Yes,
And they be
ma'am.
like, thank you, this is an appreciation party. It's something dawned on me. When we go to these sponsors parties for Resource Center that's been around for like 50 years, it's packed. And when I say it's packed, it's packed. But it's packed with people that give money to them. Like if the government took all their grants, it would not matter because they have a bunch of rich white people pouring into Resource Center. So I said, why can't we pour into our own? All we need is to just make sure that somebody is out there pushing. If you want to donate, and if the government is doing all these cutbacks and all this kind of stuff and everything, we need to pour into organizations that is pouring into us. We need to pour into organizations that's there for us and can identify with a like face, like background, like history, where you don't feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you're being discriminated against or whatever. And I'm
Yeah,
not
pour
saying that
into
that
Camp
happens, but you know, some
Ballroom.
people,
Pour into
huh?
Hardhead Foundation. Pour into Beats on the Bridge. Pour into UBE. You know, like pour into these black organizations that's serving the community and specifically making programs to serve us and try to find resources
Yep.
specifically for us. And that's taking their time, even though while the government is changing and people are taking their diversity and equity out, and they taking their out of the LGBT out of their mission statements and out of their things because they don't want to lose funding. Don't pour into them. Pour into the ones that saying fuck that. We're gonna keep it in there because we need them
We're
people
gonna
to
keep on
still
doing
have.
what we gotta do for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And if y'all don't know, I am hard headed. We do have a hard headed foundation, and we have a program specifically for ballroom called Camp Ballroom that specifically focuses on trying to find resources and bring resources and keeping the community together and throwing events and hosting ballroom only pop up shops and finding resources specifically for COVID-19 when we dealing with that, or finding specific housing resources for ballroom members who ain't got nowhere to go, or finding specific resources for people who ain't on their meds and getting them into programs for that. Like focus on people like me and my programs. Look, that sounded real selfish, but you know, shit,
No, but
we
that's
we
but that's true. It's hard to get support when you're trying to do it the right way without trying to sound like but that's the truth. You got Hard Headed Foundation, you got Camp Ballroom and all this kind of stuff that's pouring into community. Somebody has to let them know that they're there. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of my missions is to get us to start pouring in to us. We can spend our money on so many things. Why can't we just donate? And then my thing is, and if you do it the right way, it ain't nothing but a tax write-off anyway.
okay. Thank you. Okay, you said where's the treasure thing? You said send the treasure. Where the fuck is that at?
Treasure Ballroom, probably.
If you go to Family Prestige, you can always send a luxury car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I
if
don't know if
God
I
put that
got
on
that luxury car thing. I don't got money for that. Damn, I sent the wrong thing, and it took. I would have been able to send it, but I sent the other things that took that away.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't even
But we
see where the
can't send
church
this
is.
thing right here. Let's see what this does.
Oh, okay. That was cute. Thank you. Divine wealth. Thank you. And I received that. Divine wealth. I
I
receive
can't.
it.
I can't.
And for that comment of how are, like, I don't know if you're serious or not, how are those organizations helping others if it only exists down there? I want you to read that to yourself and you answer that for yourself. No matter where it exists, if it's helping people where it exists, wouldn't it be helping them? So I'm gonna need you to read that yourself. It's an organization that is for blacks, for us, by us, black LGBTQIA, and black women in the heart of South Dallas when it comes down to resources like HIV, STDs, homelessness, education, mental health, all these type of things you can find at Abounding Prosperity. So yes,
And organizations like that don't only support. They do focus on local because but they connect with other organizations. So if you are in another place that has similar resources, they can connect you to those spaces. So like even outside of just Abounding Prosperity, I'm just still plug the Hardhead Foundation and places like House Lives Matter. We done things in just about every city. Like we done a ballroom business pop up shop in North Carolina. We've done one in Atlanta. We've done one in Dallas. We've done leadership development stuff. We've done specific where we had regional funds where we initially was doing a national convening where we decided to break that money out and give literally dollars to people who requested money during COVID-19. Different things like that. It's organizations that ain't just focusing on just their city, but sometimes you got to focus on home because if there's nobody focusing on specifically us in those specific cities, they giving all the money to the white people. You need people that's in those cities, in the southern regions, in the different regions that's focusing on their city because we're not getting it there. And if you look in your city, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere or somebody that's doing the same thing that organization is connected to. They go to
and
these
what we do,
conferences
and
and
what
these
we
different
and
things,
what we
and they
do.
collaborate with each other to make sure that even though I'm in
Thank
Dallas
you.
focusing on Dallas, I want to focus. I want to make sure that if I do got somebody from Atlanta that come to Dallas, why? Like let's say they had Dallas Southern Pride this weekend and during Juneteenth, and they get tested at Dallas Southern Pride. The people at Abounding Prosperity and at Dallas Southern Pride have connections with people in all those different cities. So if you come back positive with something there, and you go home, you can still connect you with those people in your city.
And that's how we network in ballroom. So yes, no matter where you are, if you're coming down here and you get services, they can always connect you. We try to keep it like we try to keep like I know a lot of different places, whether in Chicago, New York, the West Coast, whatever. We always come together at our different convenings and stuff like that to make sure that we keep all these resources in case people come down here and they visit, or we go there and visit somewhere else. We can always say, well, this is where you can get help at, or either this is where you can connect to get the resources that you need. So
Um, Nobody trying to be smart mouth. We really just telling you what you saying. Oops, I painted. But if you are in up north, then they have a plethora of resources up there. You just got to be connected to the right people. So I think it's makes more so about you trying to figure out where you are and where the resources are in your city. So I don't think it's like a person in the south job to connect you unless you know what I'm saying. Like if you in New York or DC or Chicago or those places, it's a plethora, even more resources than we have out here that could connect you to those services. So
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot. Oops, I painted. I definitely hear what you're saying. They're talking about a lot of things that are specifically geared towards the not southern region, but geared towards Gulf Coast. So I think that the place that Dion said it in his conversation, things like House Lives Matter, who are able to do things all around the country or try to help all across the country. And then just places that are in your particular region, whether if you're in the north, whatever's in New York City, and surrounding areas. Dion said they have a plethora of them. They have, of things that are still open in New York City. So, yeah.
And if you don't know, reach out to somebody that don't mind helping you. I'm somebody that don't mind helping. I'm connected to a lot of places, and a lot of organizations in just about every major city. So if it's
29
something
on
that
so.
you really don't know where to reach out
Mm-hmm.
or where to find those resources, I
Yeah.
don't mind getting on the phone and calling my friends like, "Hey, bitch,
Oh,
where do you find
let to
this
bring it up
at?
to the desk
I
and
got
then.
somebody who in your
Okay.
city who need this specific resource. How do we find this?" And I help you get connected to it
Okay.
personally.
I just
So
wanted to take a picture.
if you need to reach out to me on Bigo or my Facebook is Dion Kristen, if it's something that you're looking for specifically, reach out. And there's people out here that will literally take their time out of their day
Okay.
and call people in different cities to figure out what you need and try to get you connected to that.
We are
Definitely.
we are doing we're doing I'm sorry, Rodney. We're doing this thing, or at least we've been trying to do this thing, as Dion could probably attest to. We're trying to do this thing for some years now and have this huge resource guide that will help. I know House Lives Matter has spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money into trying to get this guide up and running. Hopefully at some point it will be, but it's a resource guide for everything that you need in the LGBTQIA community. Businesses that you in whatever particular area you're in, any kind of services that you may need, that deal from any health services, or job related services, anything on that you may need, that we're trying to get that resource guide out as soon as possible. So that should be coming down the pike, at some point very soon. So
What's
yeah,
up, Murray?
I'm not gonna apologize for J Rock, but yeah, J Rock did say that. J Rock did say that it was a little smart mouth.
I said,
I
ask yourself
agree.
that question because that was the same that was the same
J
person
Rock, you can't just apologize. You
that was the
can't just
person that got
apologize, J
muted
Rock.
for gaslighting me. So I wanted to make sure
Yeah, and also we're still on Bigo, and people be trolling,
Hey,
so
Icon
from the
Marquise.
beginning.
people definitely be trolling. But if you serious and you need resources, J Rock is definitely a person that will help anybody find resources. So sometimes you got to be smart mouth with some people. Can't just be always, ordained. But also, J Rock is somebody that I know for sure had taken out time to help many of people get connected to whatever kind of resource they need. So if you're serious and you're not being smart mouth and you're not being catty and you're really trying to find a resource, then you can reach out to somebody like J Rock and he would definitely help you. But if you're being catty, then he gonna probably be catty with you, and me too. uh,
All
No, that's
righty then.
baby. I'm responding to the person that was you know what? Let me show you how I respond to you.
J
J
Rock, don't kick it,
Rock.
don't
J
kick it, don't kick
Rock, J
it.
Rock, don't do that. J Rock, don't do
Point
that.
down. Okay.
But if you need service, then you got to navigate the world like you need service. You can't come in like talking smack to somebody who you asking for help. If that
But
makes sense.
but
What's up,
Dion,
Marquis?
Dion, Dion, Dion and J Rock. His only question was, okay, that sounds great, but what if he's not in those southern states, or he's not in those Gulf Coast states? How can that help him? I think that's all he said.
Oh no, I responded to that when he said that. I responded and
Right,
said like, if
right.
you're not in those states, in those states, then we can help you find those things.
Okay.
But I think
There
I
you
was looking
go.
at messages where he was being a little catty. But I mean, it is what it is. Hey, my like if I also like I told y'all, I got social
No,
anxiety.
wait.
I did take a few shots before I got on here to talk, so I may be a little inebriated. So it may not be the right time for me to be talking about that kind of stuff anyway. But
You responded good. You definitely came on. You had got your little cocktail. You said you had to get you some shots in before you came on. It still was,
You don't have
still
to
was come
go.
up.
Oops, I painted. You don't have to go if you don't want to
I
go.
painted. Realistically, though, J Rock and I will
On the
apologize on my end for me. If it is something that you really need, you do need to find somebody, or you know somebody who needs to find something, you can reach out to either of us or anybody that you feel comfortable with that could help you find services. So that is
You
something
got
that you
real
can
low,
do.
Dion.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for nothing. I was on the elevator, so I couldn't. So I couldn't. I couldn't. Can y'all can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
hear you.
J
Barely.
Rock, I can hear you. That's why I'm
Okay, so
falling
I was
out.
so I
Okay.
was so I was on the elevator, and this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is where the gaslighting shit come in, and this is why. Oops, you got kicked out.
Oh, oh,
Um, listen,
J
what
Rock.
you gotta understand. What you gotta understand is at the beginning of the show when I was talking about gaslighting. Remember? And he was in the comments talking about that's not what that is. This is not what that is. And I was like, see, this. And then Maharia muted him, right? So when Maharia
Right.
muted him, he came into my inbox and said, "Can you mute me, Maharia, trying to be funny and stuff like that?" Blah 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 blah. But you're telling me what I'm saying is not right, and I'm saying to myself, I was about to start going, "Wait, yes it is." But oh, you gaslighting me, right? So he was already doing that. So he been muted, and now that Maharia is gone, and now that he's unmuted, he's playing in my face. So what I said was, are you serious when you're asking this question? Because I don't see it don't take a rocket scientist to know that if I'm asking you to pour into an organization that's helping us, for us, by us, of course it's talking about and we're talking about our local community and what they do in the local community. How do you start saying stuff like that's not for my area and all this kind of stuff? Like, why you keep doing all that kind of stuff? Either you slow or you slow.
J Rock, all
So
he said was,
I don't
he
care what he
only
said.
said,
I don't
Um,
he
care.
only said,
what's up,
I
Tycoon?
don't care. You have to realize. I need y'all to go to Tens or Chops and watch my unmasking gaslighting thing. You have to know that people will play in your motherfucking face. And I am done with people playing in my face and I know what the fuck they're doing. Because here goes the thing with me. From the beginning, I would never
Huh?
want to do that to nobody. I am a very genuine person. I will help anybody. I will give you the
Yeah,
clothes
niggas
off
be
my
playing
back.
like
I'll
that.
give you the last. I'll give you my last meal before I even eat.
You
I
won
know when
twice.
somebody playing with me.
Exactly. Keep beating you, man. After the first time, I beat you again. That
Well,
means
how
For
about
him to be
Uno? We
so
should all do
smart, and
something.
then you got
Let's
to
go to the
catch this.
table.
For him to
We can play ten
Dion,
shots.
respond
We can
back
play
with,
Dion,
10 shots.
Dion.
10 shots. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting over
Dion.
here.
and
All
what I was
right.
going to say. All right, but what I was going to say is, and this is when I found out how people. This is how I found out when people be gaslighting me. For you to respond back so eloquently and so smart talking, that means you understood exactly what the fuck I'm saying. So stop asking me questions or trying to combat everything that I say because you understand. Now, if your response to me was kind of slow, I would say to myself, this person kind of slow, so let me break it down to where a fool could understand. But no, you trying to be combative. So let me combat you with this. Get out my face. Go combat other people. Go on other panels and troll. That's how you identify a troll. You kick them. Now I gave him the benefit of the doubt when he got muted. Now he kept coming back playing. That's why I asked when he first initially asked it, I said, I was trying to understand, like if you already know that you had this problem with Maharia, I'm asking you as a benefit of the doubt, like, is this like a question that you're really asking? Like, is this serious? Blah, 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 blah. You want to get smart with me? So I just said, I just got smart back with you. You ain't that damn dumb and stupid. You heard what we were saying. And then Dion broke it all the way down, showing him how we network and all this kind of stuff and everything. You would think that you would say, oh, okay, thank you. No, you still want to go back and forth. Because why? You said what the fuck you said. I don't deal with baddie shot o'clock motherfuckers. I drop them. Literally.
Literally.
But and he ain't gave me no motherfucking beans. Up here doing all that motherfucking talking. And you ain't gave shit.
Look, look. So that's it.
Okay. Say, first of all, you ain't gave no beans for me to be
First of
disseminating
all,
this
you get no
information to your
damn
motherfucking ass.
beans.
Okay.
He going up here taking up all this goddamn time and you ain't gave a bell. You ain't gave one bean. You got so much to say. But then y'all gotta understand also, last but not least, Maharia told us he's been going from room to room, trolling people.
Okay.
So my thing is, I can be very cordial, I can be professional, I can be nice, I can be kind, I can be courteous, but I can also tell you, troll these nuts.
Say, kiss where the sun don't shine.
Ah. But the time is now 12:38 on the Eastern Standard Time. I'm gagging that it's already that fast. I don't.
Time did fly by. We just
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I'm like, we didn't even. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
basically wasn't restricted to balls this weekend. Just talked about a array of things from all over.
Mhm. Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. Well, Jeff, I got 30 minutes. I'm gonna go to see who else is live. It's interesting that I can talk to and give a bean or something too. I got 16 beans they sent me. I can send them back to somebody.
There you go, Rodney.
Okay. Well, all right. I had fun, gentlemen, and I'm gonna call it a night on 10. I said Gentle Chops on another installment of the Iconic Point of View. Good night, Arnold.
Yeah, everybody, thank you for coming by. Thanks, Dion. Hope you have a successful ball weekend in a few weeks. Um, uh, we appreciate everybody coming through, everybody speaking. Cam, thank you for coming through. Everybody have a great week.
All right.